Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, especially if you love combat sports as much as I do. Again, I'm just a fan. I'm not a fighter. Um, Look, it's clear Jake Paul needs to beat Nate Diaz more than Nate Diaz needs to beat Jake Paul. If Nate Diaz loses this fight, he gets a big paycheck. He probably makes more money than he ever made with Conor McGregor with both fights combined, because boxing pays a lot, right? Jake Paul's on a mission in boxing. He's on a mission to prove that and I know he talks about he wants to make boxing bigger than MMA. He wants to help people get paid, and that's good. But we all know, and all men have this ego to them. They want to be the best. They want to prove that they belong at the elite level. And what better way to do that for Jake Paul, who's coming off a loss to Tommy Fury, than to get a victory over a big-name fighter like Nate Diaz, who brawls with people, who's known to have good boxing MMA, and a guy who doesn't get knocked out with punches. I think that Jake Paul understands that this is a make-or-break fight for him, because, again, Nate Diaz is much older than him. And I've heard the rumors about him being out of shape, being real heavy. That doesn't matter. By August, that's going to be a lot different. But Jake Paul needs to win this fight if he wants to have some more respect in boxing. Yeah, he beat Anderson Silva, but a lot of people questioned that decision. They also questioned the decision he had over Tyron Woodley. Now, granted, he knocked him out in the rematch, but the guys he's beaten, yeah, they're big names, but people want to argue and say they're washed-up has-beens. Nate Diaz clearly can still fight. He can clearly still beat the best guys. Heck, he won a fight in the main event last year with Tony Ferguson, a top G-level fighter, Not a reference to Andrew Tate. But yeah, Jake Paul really needs this win. If he doesn't win this fight, I mean, it's going to be hard for him to really establish anything or to get big fights in the future for him. So now he doesn't necessarily need it as far as money, as far as fame. He's got all that. That's not an issue. But I'm pretty sure he likes combat sports as a part of him that wants to give back and help people that he feels like maybe didn't make enough money. And I understand there's some people that care about other people, I don't know him personally, but based off what I've seen, that's what I see. You know what I mean? But if he wants to have respect in the combat world, if he wants to be a guy who wants to solidify himself and make a name for himself where people can leave him alone and say, hey, he's a great fighter, now we got to accept it and eat it. That's what it is. He needs to beat Nate Diaz. Not just beat him, he needs to knock him out. That's what he needs to do. He has 10 rounds to do that. So I don't know, because when Nate Diaz is in shape, he doesn't get tired. Now, I've already picked Jake Paul to beat Nate Diaz, and I'm still picking him to beat him. I'm actually going to make a TikTok video later today about that prediction, which I kind of already just did, but this is my channel. I can do whatever I want. But yeah, Jake Paul definitely needs this win. It's huge for him for his fight career.